Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life here. We're talking Bloodstock 2020. There's been another announcement as of today, January 15th, 2020. The first one of 2020. We're now within the year of Bloodstock 2020, the 20th anniversary of Bloodstock. Lots of 20s, basically. Not 20 bands announced, though, but quite a few. Quite a few.
Mixed bag, a good selection.
Yeah, I think there's something for everyone here. I think there's something for everyone.
A sensible kind of, starting off the year, you've got to be something, an announcement that's going to go, oh, okay, yeah.
Well, obviously Bloodstock drip feeds its announcement throughout the year, so I think they've been doing this long enough to know that when they do announce, they tend to put a little bit of something for everyone. You're not going to get everything, and you're not going to get, every genre in one announcement, but the idea is to give some for everyone, and often normally one kind of big name. Yeah. Which in this announcement, the big name is Hatebreed, who have been announced as Sunday night headliners for the Sophie Lancaster stage.
Different slot for them.
It is. I feel like every time I've been to Bloodstock, and that's like, this will be the 6th year, Hatebreed have been there. They haven't been. I think maybe 2 times, at least that I've seen them there, maybe 2 times Hatebreed. Yeah. I know Jester is a separate thing, and that was last year, Jester and Friends, or was that the year before? Anyway, but Hatebreed are a regular Bloodstock band.
Yeah, kind of like Evil Scarecrow, they just fit, they're there.
Quite different.
No, not in the same sense, but like, they've sort of got their little place now. Do you know what I think?
Well, I think anyone that kind of goes, Hatebreed shouldn't be playing now, really need to go back and look at previous announcements, previous year lineups. Hatebreed are a Bloodstock staple. Yeah. And they always go down well, and I've seen Hatebreed live a fair few times, and they've always been good. Will I see them at Bloodstock? Probably not. Because it's a Sunday night headliner, I'll either be so fucking tired by that point and heading home, or I certainly wanted the energy to be really into it, and I feel like I'd need to be quite filled with energy to really enjoy Hatebreed. Yeah. Because I'm just not that big of a fan.
See, I really enjoy it, but yeah, it's kind of their positioning would mean, okay, we're not going to really see them in the same sense of like if it was a Saturday night kind of.
Yeah, if it was a Saturday night, I'd probably be like, yeah, cool, I want to sort of see how this, because this is them in the tent as well, so you could have a pretty wild time in there if that's your jam. Certainly going to be quite a few pits and things like that. But again, it is at the end of the festival, so you got to wonder just how much energy is going to be there, But then that's coming from an old fart like me. There are plenty of young people who will still be going 4 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday and getting up at 6 to go.
Getting a coach home. Or...
You know what I mean? So like, this is no fart where it's just like, I just want to go to bed by the end of it, But then, I do spend a lot of time running around, so... Hatebreed, it's fine. It's a good Bloodstock announcement. It's a Bloodstock band. Yeah. So there you go. One band who isn't a Bloodstock band because they've never played there before. First time is Bury Tomorrow, who look to be on the main stage. I'm cool with this. I'm happy with it because it's a band that my son knows. Because he's young. He doesn't know a lot of bands that Bloodstock bands. Like Dan's taste is obviously geared towards more the undercard of Download.
Yeah,
the third and fourth stages of Download. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Drifting into Reading Leeds at certain points.
Whereas Bloodstock, so this is a band he knows and he likes. I saw them only with Dad. We only saw them less than a month ago at the time of this recording, at the Roundhouse where they did Black Flame and Fall. It's Bury Tomorrow. So for me, not excited about this because it's literally just seen them. However, that was Black Flame and Fall. This is Bury Tomorrow festival slot. Yeah. So that'll be cool. That'll be cool. I think that I'm on their side. Anyone that kind of sort of says, Bloodstock, more download bands and stuff like that. We supported the idea of Parkway Drive. If you go back and watch those videos last year, we went from the very early days believing it was a 1% chance for Parkway Drive till eventually it was. And we were always very very on the side of bands like our headlining. It's a metal festival. This is a metal band. Yeah. I think Bury Tomorrow will do fine.
Yeah, I'm going to check them out because I've not seen them. And
as long as they're not clashing with anything better or that I really want to see, it's hard to sort of say, of course I'll give them a go. Of course I'll be there to see them kind of thing. Okay, and then we've got, this was the one that I did get excited, but for a different reason. So, main stage, Saturday, Solosis.
Oh, yeah.
So Solosis have come back from the hiatus in the last couple of months and then obviously announced a brand new album, which is out on February 7th. February 7th, 2020. So it's just around the corner. So a great time as well for them being out with Bloodstock. And this is the one that seems to have gone down quite well because I didn't think Solosis were that popular before they left. before they went on hiatus. I thought they were a middle band, doing well, but I didn't think they were like massively popular. You know,
well, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
I think so.
People really.
I think so because I personally have never been a big fan. Right, I've liked them. They're a good, melodic metal band.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say like there's been anything to really get. I haven't found anything to really get excited about. It's Cycle of Suffering is the new album, but things changed. Now, as of recording, and I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's too early to do that. I've heard the new album. I've written a review for the new album. It is not on the site. It won't be on the site until a week leading up to the album release. I think it might go up on February the 2nd or the 3rd.
Yeah.
As well as a video review will go up that week as well, which will give you my verdict. But one thing I can say, I think this is a fucking banger. I've suggested this is going to be one of the strongest albums of the year. I really love it. I think it's fantastic. So, suddenly, whoa, sweet. Silosis. I've seen them live as a support band back when they were nobodies. As part of, we saw them with Malefice way back when as well. So I'm excited for this.
Oh yeah, definitely. And so it's nice to say like coming back strong. A big slot like this will be hopefully a really good year for him,
Well, hopefully, yeah. There's a big gap between February and August to sort of see how the album is overall overly received. I'm well aware just because I think it's a banger doesn't mean everybody else would. I thought the song I Sever was good. Was a good song. Certainly not the best on the album. Certainly not the best on the album. But like lots of people seem to hate it, whereas lots of people seem to think it's like best thing since sliced bread. I'm kind of like when I see two sides like that, and my opinion is just it's good.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I missing something?
Yeah.
Just because I review shit doesn't mean I am like some sort of expert on these things. Sometimes my view can be skewed, just like anyone else's. But it's got a while to go yet. 7th February, we'll talk about it more then. Then we have Toxic Holocaust.
Hey.
Thrashers. Again, it's not that exciting, personally. Just because we saw them as part of the Municipal Waste tour in December.
Quite recently, yeah. I think, like you said, they're trying to cover all the bases.
It's thrash.
At a festival will go down well.
It's a popular thrash band. They always bring a bit of a crowd. What we saw Toxic Holocaust at that show wasn't great because it was we're kind of stuck at an angle. So this might be a chance to properly see them, and that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, happy with that. I'm happy with that basically. Just again, it's purely lack of excitement because there's only the recent bands for me.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Winterfell on the Sophie Lancaster stage on Saturday. I'm very happy about this. Love this band. However, they don't always, and we've seen them at Bloodstock, they don't always come across as great as they could be. They're in a Sophie Lancaster tent this time, which is a massive plus for me.
Yeah.
There we could potentially get the atmosphere.
That's what they need. Yeah, because they main
Which
stage
it needs.
last time,
Yeah,
didn't they?
the main stage. During the day, it just doesn't really fit. The post-black metal sound I love. We saw them at Incineration Fest 2019, which was the last time we saw them, so there'll have been a decent gap by the time Bloodstock comes around. So yeah, I'm happy with this. This will be one I'll be doing everything I can to check out. And I'm happy it's in the tent.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and so like certain bands, people go, it sounds stupid, obviously main stage. If you walk around main stage, you can hear from quite a lot of space. If you go to the tent, you're going there for that band.
Just get away from the entrance and you're going to be enveloped by the sound.
Yeah.
Am
I saying it right? Is it Winterfell?
Winterfell? Yeah. Fyllthetheth.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, then we've got Exhumed, Death Grinders. Don't mind these. Sophie Lancaster. It's fine. It could be a bit of wildness. I don't really know them well enough to sort of have an opinion either way. That makes sense.
I gave them a couple of tracks to listen earlier. I know it's far too early because there's tons of stuff to listen to before Bloodstock. But just to get an idea of like what they are. It's pretty solid.
Solid as you say. Yeah, it's one of those where it'll be like there's nothing else on potentially.
Yeah. And
it's like, cool, check this out because I haven't seen them. Who knows? It's very hard to say at this stage. And last but not least, certainly not least, Necrot, and they will also be in the Sophie stage. I have no clue about who this band are.
I gave them a few tracks to listen. Very grubby sounding.
Death metal punk, apparently, to call it Bloodstock.
That's what kind of intrigued me a little bit, death metal punk. I was like, yeah, I'm up for that, and it does sound like that sort of DIY, kind of bit grotty, bit grimy. So I'll be up for that. Yeah.
It's a solid announcement all across the board, I think. It's as we said at the start, there's a little bit of something for everyone. I think Sylosis are probably the big one for that for me. And I think it's it's weird that they weren't kind of... No, because they're all big bands. Hatebreed, Bury Tomorrow and Sylosis. But yeah, the round with Sylosis is sort of the big one, particularly as we are leading up to a new album. But then it looks like Hatebreed will have a new album potentially out before the summer too.
Oh, so that'd be good, yeah, because we've not seen for all...
I've seen posts of Hatebreed stuff, track and vocals and stuff like that. It may not be before Bloodstock, it might be near the end of the year. But it could very well be. You got one about Bury Tomorrow as well. Black Flame, what was it, 2018? Yeah, I think, Black Flame was 2018. Might have been late 2018, maybe even early 2019. I'm sure it was 2018. So, all these bands potentially could have new music on the way. On that front, so there could be more to enjoy in that sense. Listen, it's not nostalgic acts basically. We're not, we're not bringing Sylosis out because they've just decided to come up with a hiatus. They came out of hiatus and then delivering a banger of a new album as well. So that's a pretty cool thing. It's interesting to sort of see how the whole event overall is beginning to take shape. Yeah.
And they say like with repeat bookings and stuff, when you get new music with it, or like the hint of new music, they might premiere a couple of tracks. Like Hatebreed might premiere a couple of tracks. That kind of thing. It kind of says to people, it's a repeat booking, yes, it's Hatebreed, but
the repeat booking thing, it's always a sort of stuck, silly area for me. For me, it's kind of like, look, you have to book
so many bands.
Yeah, and you can't just, Bloodstock has its space for its local up and comers, non-signed bands. Your main stages, we do need bands with name value. We do need bands with fan bases behind them. We do need bands with record sales.
Yeah.
So it is always going to be booked in a certain way. I understand, like, repeat bookings, e.g., don't have a band appearing every year. But this rule that others have tried to impose, when you see in comments going, I don't believe any band should be booked if they've been there 2 years before or 3 years before, and it's kind of like,
how difficult would that be? And especially if you've got albums coming out and they're popular, why wouldn't you?
That's
a rookie error. But then like having a range of all different sized bands means like we go to the Jägermeister stage and find gems of bands.
Sometimes I'm happy to see bands on there booked that I don't want a bill that is entirely catered to things I like. Because I want to have moments where I don't have to watch anything, so I can sit and chill out. Or I'm doing interviews, or I can go check out something randomly that I don't know in a New Blood and stuff like that. I don't want it to be filled with all the sort of things I listen to. Right now, like from that list, the lack of massive excitement for me comes from
seen them quite recently.
Seen a lot of them quite recently. I removed Sylosis from it, and there's nothing really massively like as much as I want to say Winterfilleth and stuff like that. I want to see them.
Yeah.
If they weren't there, I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not even going to be like, oh, why didn't you book this band? And it's never been our way of doing things.
They wouldn't be in our predictions either. They wouldn't have Philip.
It just wouldn't matter. Same with Hatebreed and even Bury Tomorrow. It'd be like I wouldn't be crying because they weren't announced. Say it's quite recent. August is far away, so thankfully with plenty of time. I won't be seeing Hatebreed or Bury Tomorrow before then. With Sylosis at Bloodstock, I probably won't go out of my way to see Sylosis beforehand either. So there is that. So that by the time August comes around, there'll be a lot more energy. It's January, it's cold, it's wet, it's windy.
January lasts about a million years.
August feels like it's years away. So it's kind of like a muted response to any announcement by any festival where it's like, still so far away. But as we build up to it, that's when things get really, really exciting, I think.
I do forget bands that have already been announced. I think we were talking about Glory Hammer, and I was like, I completely forgot they're there, and that's like a little burst of sweet, and that's going to keep happening.
That does keep happening. It happened with the albums of the year in 2019, where it was a nice reminder of the cattle decapitation. Sophie headliners on a Saturday night.
First time for seeing them.
So that's something that's great for us. We're not here to go through the entire lineup. Yeah. We'll do one of those videos in a couple of months' time when it's a little bit more complete. Maybe before the battle, before the Metal to the Masters really gets underway. We'll just sort of do a recap video of where the festival is at right now. But there you go. That's the Bloodstock announcement for 15th of January 2020. Let us know what you think about it in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/GBHBL, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video,
do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?